What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is time to get in to some pretty hot and spicy action, of course, right here in Season 9 of the Mettlestate PUBGMobile series. This, of course, being the Pro series, so it is going to be quite exciting to see what the teams have in store for you. My name, of course, is DK. If you haven't figured that out already, you are on the channel as well. But of course, now, today being the first day of the Season 9 here for the Mettlestate PUBGMobile series, I'm quite excited to see what the teams are going to be bringing in, and of course, who's going to be showing their dominance, and of course, setting the stage, or the bar even, if you will, for what we could expect to see in the rest of the tournament. Aside from the teams fighting it out for the title, they also are going to be fighting it out for their share of the 7,000 Rand prize pool. So it is going to be quite exciting to see what the teams are going to be bringing in along that, as we, of course, see our first place team taking home 4,000 Rand, second place being awarded 2,000, and of course, third place then being awarded 1,000 Rand. So there is quite a bit at stake here. And also, in order to keep things a little bit exciting, we are going to be relegating the bottom of 4 teams on the leaderboard at the end of the finals down into Challenger. And of course, the top 4 teams from Challenger will then be relegated up into Pro Series. And now for this season, we've actually seen 6 teams being relegated, or rather promoted up into Pro Series, with 4 teams then getting moved down into the Challenger Series. So it is going to be exciting to see what the teams have in store for us. And of course, our first map, we are going to be moving on towards Erangel. Now, Erangel is one of those maps in which the teams could call their home ground. It is the situation for several of the teams, of course, participating here. So we look to see what they're going to be bringing in. And this first one, of course, is quite an important match, as the teams have that opportunity to establish themselves. But, well, without much further ado, let's jump straight into our first game to see what the teams are going to be bringing. And, of course, how these teams are going to be assessing themselves to see if any potential threats could be coming in, as we see our flight path also now coming in from that western side, cutting straight through the map over on it towards the east, stopping just above Lipovka. Now this, of course, will be quite favorable for several teams liking to drop either up in towards the north or even down in towards the south. If we look over towards that Sosnovka military base, it could be a little bit harder for teams to move all the way down into that position. But of course, there's also that opportunity for them to just grab their vehicles and get themselves all the way down into that position. So, of course, now we wait to see what the teams are going to be bringing. So, as I've mentioned before, we also have 6 teams that have been promoted up into Pro Series. That, of course, being the side of UAE, Gorilla Glue, TheComfyCartel, Young Thunder, the players from Team Unknown, as well as Sincerity. So definitely going to be interesting to see what the teams are going to be bringing in, as we can see them now starting to spread out, looking to find those positions, those setups all across the map. And I've actually been looking back at our previous seasons to kind of get an idea of what we could be expecting coming into this 9th season. Of course, if we look back at our top 5, all the way back to, for instance, season 5, we can see that we did see Gun, the Outsiders, G3, and Blackjack, as well as Vibrant Gaming, stepping up in that 5th season, 4 seasons ago, bringing in a little bit of action into the mix. So we got some expectations moving through. Of course, looking back to last season, we did see G3, Blackjack, Influence Rage, the Rogue Gods, as well as Gun performing exceptionally well. But as we can see, of course, our first initial zone now having itself set up, position slight bit down in towards the southern reaches there. So we're definitely going to be looking to see what G3, as well as the players there from Unknown, are going to be bringing into the mix, as we do see them, of course, dropping down into their usual position. They did, of course, win Season 8, finishing off on a grand total of 161 points, acquiring 96 kills. So we do have a bit of an expectation coming in for them. We also have the players from the gun team that we did see finishing up in that 5th position. Finishing off on a grand total of 32 kills and, of course, 64 grand total points. So we've seen Gun finish up in Season 7 in 2nd position. In the 6th season, they actually finished in 5th and in pole position all the way back in Season 5. So there's going to be quite a bit of a fight to see which of these teams will be stepping up and reclaiming those titles. Trying to find themselves a decent setup, of course, coming into the season. As we can see our map up in the corner there. Still looking pretty small, pretty tiny. Quite a few teams still very well spread out throughout the zone. With a few stragglers, of course, now finding themselves on the outlying regions, especially up in towards Georgiable, be it North George, South George, or even Yasnaya. So definitely interested to see where the teams are going to try and rotate into from those positions. But Gun, of course, as we can see here, positioned up in towards Yasnaya. Now they're sharing this region with the players coming in from NiBBLE Odyssey. So NiBBLE has been in the mix for quite a few seasons, so it's going to be interesting to see how NiBBLE themselves will be performing, as we've seen a beautiful clutch come in from them all the way back in Season 6. Finishing off on a grand total there of 137 points, 86 kills to their name. Now, of course, this being Season 9, it is time for a fresh slate. Clean slate, if you will. And the teams can, of course, now step up and show us what they've got and how they're going to perform in the rest of the season. Oh, wow. K-Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that one. Look at the hype going right then and there. But, of course, let me know in the chat what you guys think is going to be happening here. Take into consideration we are running on a 5-minute delay. So whatever you say, you'll only hear me reacting to that 5 minutes later. But in the meantime, we are going to be scanning around, looking to see if we can find any potential action. Of course, we have the players from the Outsiders also positioned up in towards that Rozhok region. So curious to see if we're going to be having any potential moves come in from them. So for the current time, we do have the Outsiders just moving about. So they're now looking to get themselves into position, rotating down and right up ahead of them. We, of course, have the players there from the DROGON Dragons. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not we'll see the Outsiders and the Drogons actually get into a bit of an engagement. Of course, now the teams have been going at each other's throats for several seasons. And now for this season, we're going to be looking to see who will be the team to step up and reign supreme, bringing home a really strong finish. The Drogons also now just exploring the region, as we can see them now moving up into the school apartments. The Outsiders already taking quite a bit of a move right past them, heading into a more centralized position within that zone. But of course, now as we look into a more centralized position, we do of course now also see the players there from Blackjack just coming into position now. Going to be looking to potentially maybe find a few hits, a few shots. As we can see, MG and Co now just keeping a watchful eye down below. The Drogons, of course, now moving up onto that potato hill. So now we wait to see whether or not we're going to be having any of those engagements coming straight in. Of course, now we see MG finding a quick few sprays. He's now getting ready for that engagement. So they're holding on to the position. It is a very southerly angle they do have there. And of course, right down to the south of them, we do have the Outsiders, but a few more teams actually now starting to move into position. As you can see, this is a region slowly starting to get a little bit congested as the teams are looking to push on in, looking to find those plays, those angles to set themselves up for the coming few phases. And this is where it gets interesting, and it gets actually quite essential for teams to have themselves set up early on, so they don't have to worry too much about those zone closures, or even potentially setting themselves up so it is going to be a little bit of a slow, steady approach. But speaking about slow and steady, you see the players from Gun also now looking to move into a position, looking to secure themselves a decent angle as they're now just rotating past the region here in towards the shelter area. As you can see, Plaza already in position. Nerf now just joining up, looking over, looking to see if they can find any potential players. But we did see the squad there from Young Thunder now just quickly rolling out, repositioning themselves a little bit further down in towards that Malta region. So for the time being, Gun not really having anyone contesting this position just yet. But as we can see, of course, that zone still just sitting down in towards that southern edge. We do have that blue zone starting to close on in, but we're seeing quite a bit of congestion now coming into that more centralized portion of the zone. As we've got the Drogons right there alongside the players from NiBBLE, G3, Blackjack, and then of course the team coming in there from the Outsiders. So this is definitely going to be quite a spicy bit of a position here for the teams to be holding. And as we now jump over to the side here of G3, you can see them now trying to secure this compound. But just up ahead, we do have a few shots now being fired off as the Drogons are looking to get a little bit aggressive, potentially trying to pick up a few more points. Ghost, as we can see here, keeping a very watchful eye on the team that we have just positioned off to the side there. But Gun, in the meanwhile, applying the pressure as we do see them now getting rushed. Oh, the hits coming straight on in as NiRFme is trying to hold on to his compound. Short Boy now quickly trying to provide that additional bit of support. But fortunately, we do have Plaza right there up into the mix, looking to get down and dirty as the players here from Influence Rage are looking to apply their very own pressure. But will they be able to get it done though? Gun now caught in a bit of an uncomfortable spot. Oh, but Ainsley, as we can see there, being the last remaining player. Well, one of the two remaining players. No, never mind. It's the only ones we can see up ahead. Quite a few hits though, getting sent up into the side of Gun. Oh, the spray coming in from Ainsley now. Just finding its way on through bounds, of course, not just up ahead, as you can see Ainsley. Just, oh, absolutely relentless in his efforts, but now they're going to start rushing up. Going to be looking to apply the pressure onto Short Boy Slim. Oh, out comes the aggression. Down goes Short Boy. Well done there to Sully, finding those finishing blows. And of course, with that, Gun gets sent right back into the lobby. Our first team down for the count. And of course, now we still have 15 teams still remaining. So Influence now feeling pretty good after that squad wipe. But now we look to see whether or not they'll be able to continue with that momentum, find the additional kills, potentially bring in a beautiful chicken dinner alongside that. Of course, now as we jump over to the players here from Ultra 6, you can see them now getting straight up into the engagement as they have set up a beautiful position on the bridge, looking to gatekeep it. And up ahead, we do have the players there from Sincerity now trying to find their way up into that zone. trying to find safe passage. But they are quite some distance away, so they have to cover quite a bit of ground to make it all the way into that zone. Whoops, the wrong buttons. There we go. So we can see that zone, of course. Positioned just up onto the edge. We've got a few teams already finding a decent spot. Securing a more centralized angle there. Odyssey being one of those teams, as we do see that zone. Of course, now shifting further down in towards the southwest. So the teams are starting to line up on that coastline. Looking to see if they can find any potential plays to make from that. But of course, now the bridge itself is getting pretty hot and heated. As we do see Blackjack now moving off. But of course, the players here from Cartel looking to push right in towards that as we jump straight into the action. Looking to see whether or not Cartel will be able to apply the pressure onto Blackjack. So they do have position of the compound here. Oh, beautiful hit coming straight up into Broly. And of course, now the rush comes straight on through here from Reverb. It's going to be looking to crash the party here for Mr. Broly. Oh, but the hit's already flying straight on in. Players here from TheComfyCartel not going to be backing out of this one just yet. They're not willing to relinquish this position. Going to put up a fight. Oh, and what a fight it will be as we see a beautiful shot now flying straight up in towards Reverb. Squeak actually doing quite a bit of shooting off the edge there, looking to secure this angle here. And of course, they do still have a little bit of support coming in from that eastern side. We do have the shots now being fired across. Blackjack being reduced down to 3. MG, of course, now just on the offside. They're looking to find a sneaky angle into the side here of TheComfyCartel. True also just holding strong. We do have Lala on that off angle. Of course, this could actually be a beautiful play coming in from Lala. Holding that off angle, applying that extra pressure onto the side of Blackjack. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, they are taking a bit of damage. As we do see Blackjack not backing out of the fight just yet. We do have Squeak, of course, now taking that position up on the roof. But Cheddar down below. Going to be trying to find the opening. Lala, however, putting the spray up into MG. Cheddar now just holding on to the edge of the building. Going to try and play this angle. Lala with some beautiful off-angle coverage coming in right there. Squeak also now just keeping off on the side. But Lala still just on Overwatch, as we can see over in the right-hand corner there. Keeping a very watchful eye. We have True in the mix. Positioned on the edge. But meanwhile, we do have the players there from G3 finding quite a few sprays though. G3, of course, going up against the side there of Young Thunder. Young Thunder trying to secure themselves a position within that zone. But, of course, they still have a little bit of ground to cover to get all the way in. Oh, there we go. Sincerity also now finding a few hits straight up in it towards them. Coming in from the more northern angle. So we see Sincerity now trying to put their head straight up into Slime for KT. Beautiful hit though coming in there from Sneaks up into Storm. Meanwhile, Blackjack going to be trying to hold on to the compound. Up comes the rush. Shredder puts the shot straight up into Lala. It is not done just yet. Still have True roaming around as well as Squeak. Squeak now quickly dropping off from that high position. Looking to see if they can find that angle on towards Shredder. Sincerity Now just enjoying a little bit of the loot they have at their disposal. Cheddar steps up with the spray, of course, putting a beautiful head straight up into the TheComfyCartel. Meanwhile, Blackjack has been reduced down to only 2 players. That, of course, now being Zane and Cheddar. You can see Zane now trying to find that position, moving up in towards the zone. But will he be able to secure a decent angle, though? Because it is going to be quite a bit of a fight, and we've got so many teams still positioned outside of the zone. But now 14 teams remain. It's going to be pretty spicy still as we look to see what the teams are going to be bringing. See all those rotations now finding their way on through. Now the place rather to get into is all the way down onto Sosnovka. So you can already see 3 teams have started their rotations, and of course one of those teams we have right there is the side of UAE. One of the teams, of course, being promoted up into Pro Series. So they're coming in looking to prove themselves. Curious to see what they'll do with their performance here today. But of course, it is going to be quite the bit of a risky, hairy fight. So many teams are still looking to fight it out to secure their positions. And of course, one of those fights breaking out over on towards this eastern bridge. As you can see, Young Thunder trying to secure a decent angle. But it is going to be absolutely crazy as they already have 2 players positioned down onto that Sosnovka island. The remaining 2 players getting caught on the off angle there as the rotations come through. The action just starts to mount, and of course the shots finding its way. One of the teams we also have here is fighting for that position, or rather that possibility to get on to the island. Here's the players here from the outsiders. We can see the damage just finding its way straight on through, and now the outsiders getting caught on a bit of a back foot play here. Quite a bit of pressure still coming in as we do have G3 also holding on to the bridge. Not willing to relinquish control just yet. Quite a few hits, quite a few engagements are going to be coming in as the teams are all now getting ready to rush up into the zone. NiBBLE also now going to be looking to push on up. But will they be able to clear the passage, clear the way on in? Because even now, just keeping a very watchful eye there. Looking to see if they can find that opening. Dan also just holding on for dear life. Oh, up comes the rush, straight up into Dan. Puts up a bit of a spray, finds a beautiful hit straight into Vin. Down he goes, beautiful play, but of course Dan gets taken down. Oh, it has been absolutely brutal, but of course now you can see the players here from Influence also trying to get up into that position, trying to cross the way. Meanwhile, we do have Willie here from Odyssey now trying to secure the ground as we do see Con getting knocked out. Influence coming in with those rotations. Trying to sneak up the side. So we can see Saleh trying to find a quick way onto the bridge. Odyssey now, of course, tending to their wounded, so not really spotting those rotations come in. So we see Saleh now just sneaking off and flying straight across the bridge. Fortunately for Influence Rage, they still have the full squad alive. And of course now in a fighting position. Meanwhile, NiBBLE are going to try and get themselves up in and towards that zone. But of course now, as we can see, the zone has shifted up once again. Continuing to close in towards that position we see over towards the military base. Meanwhile, G3 going to be picking up a few hits up on towards the players there from Young Thunder. This, of course, is now where things are going to get pretty interesting. Outsiders down to the last remaining hopeful. Going to be looking to find a decent way in. But first, going to have to fight it out against that ever deadly blue zone. Going to be looking to cause quite a bit of carnage. OKT also one of the teams we see still trying to find their way on up in towards the zone. Finally, well, at least having a position in a general safe area. But of course, we still see them positioned up on towards the bridge. Now Storm taking a little bit of damage. They do have a slight bit of company coming in behind them. That being the players from the Rogue Gods. So now we look to see what the teams are going to bring as they get ready to rotate through yet another phase. Only 30 seconds remain for this fourth phase until that blue zone starts closing up once again. But it is going to be a pretty tough play here, especially up on towards this northwestern side. As we've got 4KT now trying to find themselves a decent position up in towards zone. But of course, now we've got the players here from the Rogue Guards position just down below. We can see Wonder now trying to find a quick bit of a spray. But several more hits now finding its way up on towards Zeus and Piper as they make that quick rotation. Trying to get out of harm's way and secure themselves a position on the edge. Storm now also going to be looking to potentially gatekeep the edge of zone. As we still have the players there from Rogue having to make that rotation. Squeeze on in, but of course Storm now spots the movement of Wonder out in the open, finds a beautiful hit. But Hunter gonna try and avenge the knock back onto Storm. Storm sending those nades out. So good strong play coming in there from Storm. Of course, we see a few more hits now finding its way on through as we still have 10 teams remaining. And they are going to start bumping heads as they get ever closer together. Oh, Storm now taking a little bit of damage in the process. Rogue not going to be backing out of this fight just yet. But that blue zone is closing in, so the hand is going to be forced here. The teams are going to try and secure decent position, but of course now Extra are going to be looking to apply the pressure on towards Storm. As we did see Storm quickly managing to duck in behind some hard cover. Just holding the position against the wall. But Ultra 6 already securing themselves a decent position within that zone. All the teams, of course, are just squeezing up, and Extra still going to be trying to lay down the fire. As we do see the players there from Gorilla Glue, of course, now getting sent back into the lobby, getting lit up in the kill feed. Inference Rage finding a quick few sprays up and towards them. Meanwhile, the players here from Rogue still going to be trying to get the shots in. 4KT not backing out of the fights just yet. But we do see Storm, of course, now just getting thirsted all the way through. But will they be able to make a comeback from that? Influence now also just trying to get out of harm's way, but we do see Hainsley getting knocked right out. Sully and Celeste still alive. But they are positioned over in towards that military base. Saleh, of course, fairly close here to Hainsley, being able to close the gap. And he is going to be going in for that res. But now we wait to see, will they be able to make that comeback? Will they be able to secure a good positional play? Here we go, the shots are coming in. Saleh trying to lay down the fire, but we got a few engagements actually now starting to erupt. The teams are looking to push on in. We got the players here from Rogue now also looking to make a stand up in towards the south, but so many hits, so many shots now just finding their way on through as we can see action just erupting all over the place. The players from Inference Rage now getting knocked right out. G3 also going to be looking to hold strong. Rogue. Oh, finding the angle on towards 4KT, sends up a beautiful shot. We can see Flacco also now just tapping away, but taking quite a bit of damage. Buden getting knocked out as well. It is now up to Gunner and 6 God down in the corner, trying to hold on for dear life, but of course Rogue still going to be trying to put the shots up into 4KT. As you can see, Piper now quickly trying to get that razor up in towards Zeus. Meanwhile, we have G3 now just trying to hold on for dear life, but Piper steps up with a quick shot as we do see Rogue Extra Sneaking in, getting a little bit aggressive, but down they go. Beautiful hits coming in right there. And of course, now you can see the players here from G3 holding on for dear life. Buden being the last remaining hopeful for the squad. Will he be able to make it out in one piece, though? The players from NiBBLE just coming in with wave after wave, head after head. And of course, it pays off for NiBBLE. But also now, NiBBLE gets taken out by a quick sneaky shot just up the side there as Unknown comes in from the surprise angle. 3 teams now remain to find it out. It is, of course, the players here from Rogue. We have the players from Unknown also just looking to hold on. And then right there alongside them, we have the players from Undisputed AE. Rogue sitting on a full squad. Looking very, very decent. But the zone is going to be quite a tough one to make their way on through. So you can see the players here from Unknown now just setting themselves up in smack dab center zone. But a beautiful play though coming in from the players here from UAE. Bumblebee and Ace, the 2 remaining hopefuls. Unknown, of course, not just scanning the area. But this could be quite a risky play there for them. They have a quick few shots now, also finding its way on in. The engagement's coming straight on through. We do see Noxy now just holding on the off angle. But of course, as we quickly jump onto UAE, we do see Bumblebee now being the last remaining hopeful. Getting caught up in the shack as the blue zone now starts to apply that extra bit of pressure. The new phase, of course, now popping up. But once again, we see the players there from Unknown in a really beautiful angle. Ace, of course, now getting taken down. Unknown going to be looking to secure the zone. Going to be looking to reign supreme. We've got the players there from Rogue, of course, also not backing out of the fight just yet. They are continuously pushing in. Riot finding the shot up in towards extra. Rogue, of course, now being reduced down to 2 players. Oh, but here we go now. The players from Rogue getting ready to step on up. Wonder taking a little bit of damage. We did see, of course, now also Bumblebee getting sent right back up into the lobby. Oh, but the shots are flying back and forth. Wonder is down. It is now up to Bougie to make the final stand here for Rogue. It is a 1v3 play. Will Rogue be able to secure this one and clutch it out? It's going to be quite the tall order. Oh, here we go. The shot comes in, and that was the finishing blow. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Of course, the players from Unknown finish off taking home the winner chicken dinner. Absolutely fantastic. As you can see them finishing off very, very strong on 14 kills. We had the players there from Rogue, of course, coming in to second position for 6 kills. UAE taking 3rd place, no kills to their name. Of course, NiBBLE coming in as well, as we can see there, finishing up in 4th place, bringing in a very decent 7 kills. G3 securing themselves a 5th place there. Also, a really strong kill count to accompany that. I mean, look at that, 13 kills. 4KT finishing up in 6th place with only 2 kills. Blackjack taking 7th place with 5 kills. Of course, we got the players there from Ultra 6 finishing up in 8th place. We have the players from Influence Rage over in 9th, also then sitting on 6 kills. Gorilla Glue coming into 10th there with 3 kills. We've got the players from the Outsiders over in 11th with 1. Sincerity securing 12th position. Of course, in 13th, we have the players there from Young Thunder. Over in 14th, we've got the DROGON Dragons with 1. TheComfyCartel, of course, over in 15th position. Also 1 kill to their name, and as we saw, Gunner being the first team getting sent right back into the lobby. So it has been an absolutely insane game to start the match, the series off with. And of course, well, for next up, we are going to be moving over in towards the ever lovely Miramar map to see what the teams are going to be bringing us on those very dusty dunes. So be sure to stay tuned. Of course, we'll be back right after the break. See you back in a short few minutes. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Of course, now we're getting ready to move in to our second match of the first day of Season 9 here for the Mettlestate PUBGMobile Pro Series. It is going to be quite exciting, of course, as we saw our first map. I gotta say, it was quite an exciting map, and I'm pretty pleased with how the teams have been performing. I mean, really aggressive start right out the gate there. I mean, Unknown finishing off so strong with that insane amount of kills. Of course, 14 kills alongside that winner chicken dinner. Absolutely insane stuff. And I touched on this a little bit while we were in the previous match, of course. If we look back to our previous top 5 performing teams, we've seen quite a bit of a back and forth coming in between some of the very well-known names. But I'm curious to see, though, what UAE, Gorilla Glue, TheComfyCartel, Young Thunder, Unknown, and of course Sincerity are going to be bringing to the table. We also did see 4 teams getting relegated down in towards Challenger Series, which is of course happening right now as well. But that, of course, being the players from Fainted, Honored Souls, Rebel 6, and the Sidemen. So those are not names I'm too familiar with. Of course, we've seen these teams play before, but I'm excited to see what the remainder of Pro Series is going to be bringing. I mean, if we're starting off like this, I can tell you it's going to be quite exciting to see what the teams will have in store for us throughout the rest of the season. So I'm just quickly double checking that everyone is in fact in the lobby, that we have enough players in. It seems like all the teams are here and accounted for. So of course the lobby is now starting. So we're going to be jumping into a little bit of that Miramar action to see what the teams are going to be bringing. But in the meantime, tell me what you think. Who do you think is going to be the team to bring home that winner chicken dinner? Of course, we know on Miramar that a few teams prefer this over Erangel. So it is definitely going to be quite exciting to see what the teams will be bringing to the party. And of course, who's going to be the one to step up and claim that winner chicken dinner? Of course, now in games of past, we've seen the side of G3 be exceptionally strong on Miramar. We've also seen Gun be strong in past games, but they were off to a really shaky start in that first match. So there is a little bit of an expectation coming into Miramar. So tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? Do you think there's going to be a particular team to reign supreme, bring home that winner chicken dinner? Of course, well, we're going to be waiting to see what the flight path has in store for us. So just waiting for everything to load on in. But we could maybe see another strong repeat, of course, of what we had on Erangel coming into Miramar. Or maybe we could see something completely different. Of course, now the main thing we're going to be looking at is to see what that flight path is going to be bringing. And as we jump straight up into the game, we can see our flight path coming in from that eastern side, just south there of Al Azahar. Of course, heading straight down in towards prison. So not often do we see the flight path actually ending up in towards that prison, Minas del Sur, even Los Higos region. But it's going to be quite favorable for the teams that like to drop a little bit further down in towards those southeastern positions. Now, one of the spots that could be quite tricky to get into could be, for instance, like El Pozo, La Cobreria, all the way up in towards the north there. Even Torre Ahumada. Also, even Cruz del Val, water treatment. Also, one of the spots that is a little bit more challenging to get to. But the teams are, however, going to be bringing their best, stepping up and looking to show us what they've got right here on Miramar. So again, as we know, the first zone is quite essential for the teams, as it kind of determines the side of where the teams will have to focus on, you know, which section of the map they're going to have to focus on. And then, of course, you know, plan their rotations from there and set themselves up for those coming phases. So the flight path gives us a little bit of an inkling, kind of. It's not really necessarily right on point, as we've seen many times before. But of course, now, as we wait for this first zone to form, we see quite a bit of action coming in towards Impala, with quite a large number of teams actually dropping down there. From what I can see, it seems to be 4 teams. Wow, this is going to be quite an interesting start to the game. As we now look to see what the zone will bring. And of course, with that, we'll be jumping into the action. Oh, the zone shifts all the way up in towards the north. That is going to be quite a bit of a risky rotation for the teams, especially down over in towards Chumacera, Ladrillera, Monte Nuevo. Monte Nuevo is close to the map. But as we can see, of course, it's not right there just yet. We do have, of course, the first knock coming straight up into Nico here for Young Thunder. Adonis a little bit further away. So I would have liked to see a little bit more support come in on that particular position. But either way, it is still going to be a pretty strong start for many of the teams that we have, especially positioned up in towards Impala. Great opportunity to get straight up into the action. Of course, now as we look over towards the players here from Undisputed, you can see Bumblebee now just trying to secure that position. Trying to hold on. Several of the teams we have here, of course, are quite separated. Undisputed having a nice concentration. But not everyone is just there just yet. Of course, we have the Drogons just up ahead. We can see Kibdu MVP, of course, now just moving around just on the opposite end. So the Dragons are trying to spread themselves out. Of course, it greatly assists them in covering more angles, but also puts them in a little bit of a vulnerable position, as they could be opening up a few gaps and, of course, allowing an opening for the players there from UAE to step right on in. But, of course, the players here from UAE still keeping a very watchful eye. Not going to be backing out of this one just yet. But, of course, with that, Azar goes down. So UAE now only sitting on a 3-man team. Oh, up comes the hits. Not quite sure if it's any of the players here from UAE that is firing off those shots. Yes, indeed, there's Bumblebee just slowly tapping away. But Ace, of course, now gets knocked out in the process as the Drogons jump at the opportunity. Putting a quick few shots in, of course, the players there from Young Thunders. We can see their numbers now also getting reduced. But a great aggressive start here for the side of the Drogons. But it's good to see the Drogons, of course, now stepping back up into form. We've seen some pretty strong plays from Drogons a few seasons ago. But over the past more recent seasons, it's been a little bit more challenging for them. There's nothing better than a bit of a comeback story. Of course, we can see the players there from NiBBLE also finding a quick few shots up in towards the kill feed. Now, that fight is breaking out over in towards Las Leones. So, NiBBLE, that is a position that they like to frequent quite a bit. But we see the players there from Unknown, of course, now looking to challenge them. Meanwhile, the Drogons still just trying to tap away the shots up in towards Young Thunder. So we got the players there from NiBBLE down in the bottom corner. While we wait to see what is going to come from this fight. Oh, UAE also just up ahead. Beautiful quick shot coming in right there. Not quite sure why the audio on this particular view is delayed, but whichever, we'll try and sort that out a little bit later on. For the time being, going to be looking at the action, looking to see if anyone's going to try and step on in and bring up a beautiful show for us. We have the players from NiBBLE, of course, now putting up a bit of a fight, not letting the team there from Unknown to sweep in. They're going to look to hold on to Las Leones as long as they can. Of course, we can see Nukes just moving up into position. Khan now also coming up from the offside there. Willie also just quickly trying to get that res up into Vinny. But we are still only in our first phase. See the map, of course, up in the corner. Quite a bit of a spread coming in for the teams. So, no, it's a little bit small, but hey, there's a lot of people still alive. 16 teams, 60 players. still alive, and everyone's going to be looking to get their own little slice of pie here. NiBBLE, meanwhile, still looking to move around. You can see Nukes here trying to secure all the possible angles. We could potentially see the players there, of course, from unknown coming in from. DROGON's now still holding their position, not backing out of it just yet. We do have a quick few shots now, of course, starting to fly on in. Kibdu now getting ready to move on in. But I'm liking the spread coming in there from the players of UAE. Just trying to get that anchor point ready and sorted before pushing up further. Of course, we've got Tazik. I believe that is. Yeah, Tazi. And now just here for the side of UAE. Just up ahead of the Drogons. Kibdu not spotting that rotation just yet. So far, so good. But of course, now if we look a little bit more towards the center of the zone. We do have the players here from Blackjack now in position, taking those engagements, trying to put the shot straight on through. Will they be able to pick up the hits though? I see Cheddar now just slowly and steadily tapping away at the side there of G3. So good to see these two teams, of course, now going at it, fighting it out, trying to secure the position in the center zone. Got Flacco also now just on the off angle. Oh, trying to get the shot up in towards Cheddar. Oh, beautiful hit coming up into Flacco. And of course, Gunner just down below quickly trying to get that res in towards Buden. Six God, however, in the meantime, trying to hold down the fort, but he's right up alongside the players there, of course, as we can see from Blackjack. Right, so Gun now trying to get their numbers back up. Meanwhile, Blackjack's still going to be trying to get the spray in. Come on, who's going to be able to get it? You can see Cheddar now just fishing it through the smoke there. But meanwhile, G3 actually getting pushed by the players here from TheComfyCartel. Buden now also getting hit in the process. Oh, beautiful spray there from Cheddar. Third party galore. Cartel taking a few knocks in the process. But MG, of course, not just on the off angle, trying to bring in that extra little bit of support. Cheddar and Co now still moving on up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Of course, now Blackjack getting ready to rush. But we still have Six God just up ahead. Not budging just yet. He is holding on for dear life. Cheddar, meanwhile, of course, not trying to leapfrog his way on in. Here we go. Six God now making a quick dash for it. Oh, Brody finds the hit up into Cheddar in the kill feed. Nicely played. The teams, of course, now all starting to converge down into the map here. Or into the zone, as we can see the blue zone finding its way on up. That zone positioned up in towards the northeastern side. So good to see quite a big number of teams already positioned within the zone itself. But of course, now we wait to see what the teams are going to be doing. And we have a little bit of action, of course, now happening all the way down in towards that southeastern side. Young Thunder now getting up close and personal right up into the fight here. Of course, we can see the players here from NiBBLE just up ahead of them. The Superior is trying to find that angle. G3, of course, as we also saw, being reduced down to only one remaining player. But NiBBLE, quite in a bit of a potential pincer maneuver here. As we've got a Young Thunder positioned down to the south of their position, as well as a little bit further up in towards the north. But Con is going to be keeping a very watchful eye on that compound. Willie, meanwhile, is going to be trying to rush on in. We do have a few shots now coming in there from Siberia. Oh, Nico, as we did see, of course, a little while ago, getting taken down. A little bit of a delay on that kill feed, but Siberia and Adonis, the two remaining players, of course, now for Young Thunder. Oh, the heads finding their way on in. Let's see, will NiBBLE be able to hold on? They're trying to get the sprays going. Young Thunder, of course, now making a quick run for it, trying to reposition themselves, get closer to that zone. Not quite sure where Siberia is going, as Adonis is up towards the north from his position. But either way, we'll find out soon enough whether or not that rotation will pay off for them. In the meanwhile, we do have the zone, of course, now. Starting to get a little bit more packed with players, as we can see. The numbers all closing in. We've got Gorilla Glue, we got G3, we also have... Oh, the shots coming into Siberia, down he goes. Oh, that's what happens if you take such a long rotation. In the complete wrong direction, your teammate was the other way. Oh, that's a bit of an oof. That is a bit of a rip right there. But of course, now we're going to be jumping up to see what the players are going to be doing. We have the team there from Influence Rage, of course, positioned in the center portion of that zone. Hacienda del Patron is where it is at. San Martin is going to be pretty hot and heated. We see several teams now looking to push in. And of course, the center zone is getting quite packed with players. If you look at this, you can see we got G3, we got Gorilla Glue. Oh, we got the players here, of course, coming in as well. This is the Outsiders, I believe. So it is going to be pretty exciting once these teams start getting added. Of course, down on the south as well, we do see the players from Young Thunder as well as Rogue. Just holding that off angle there. A few more rotations still to come in from the edge of the blue. NiBBLE, Unknown, Drogons, as well as Sincerity. Still have a bit of ground to cover. You can see G3, 6 gone, of course, the last remaining hopeful here. We still have all teams in play. So still 16 teams remaining. So this is going to be quite a bit of a fight once we get into this next phase. And I'm expecting it to be a little bit of a snowball effect. But in the meanwhile, waiting to see where the shots are going to be coming from. UAE, of course, also now just positioned on the edge of zone. Very close there to Minas Generales. But this is now the quiet before the storm. All the pressure is starting to mount. Teams are getting closer together. And it's going to be an absolutely insane fight. Once the action starts going, it is going to be crazy. As you can see, of course, teams just moving further and further forward. Trying to set themselves up beautifully for the potential coming zone. Of course, a quick sneaky shot now getting fired over on towards Gun. We see them there in a more centralized position, of course. We have the players there from Blackjack just positioned off to that western side. But Gun now securing themselves a position in the compound. There's quite a few compounds in the vicinity here, so they have to be careful. Things are also potentially starting to heat up a little bit down towards the more southern region. As we see Unknown, of course, now venturing closer towards the place there from Young Thunder. But Adonis is the last hopeful. Alright, so Gun is trying to hold on. Just fishing for a little bit of action. Trying to see if they could potentially draw anyone in. But as we can see, of course, from the map, we do have Gun there positioned right in the center. The remaining teams a little bit further away, but of course now with that, oh, we just saw on the map there, G3 getting taken out. So that is our first team back into the lobby. It's unfortunate for Gun. They are not the first team back. So they are going to try to make a bit of a comeback, as it was a bit of a tough start there for them. But of course, well, with 15 teams still alive, there's going to be an absolutely brutal zone for many of these teams. And now we wait to see where the next zone is going to be taking us. And of course, you can see it is positioned just there over towards the eastern side once again. So already the players from NiBBLE, Sincerity, Ultra 6, Influence, Rage, Gun, they already have a beautiful setup already within the zone. But now, of course, it is up to the remaining teams, the ones positioned on the outside of that zone, to find that decent approach, secure position. As you can see already, quite a few rotations now starting to make their way on in. And this is where the teams already positioned within the zone are going to be tested. They're going to have to show us their mettle, show us what they are made of. Of course, Gun pushing up into zone. Oh, a few hits now coming in there from the players of Rogue as well. But NiBBLE right up ahead of Gun here. We do see Nukes already getting knocked right on out. Oh, he fell off behind, and of course, NiBBLE jumped at the opportunity. Talk about capitalizing on those third-party hits, though. Short Roy now just looking to hold on Zeke, of course. Up in the kill feed. NiBBLE just waiting to welcome them in. As you can see, of course, now Plaza trying to push on in, but a beautiful hit coming in there from Con. Quickly stopping that rotation. But Gun still sitting on a full squad. NiBBLE now been reduced down to only 3. It's going to be quite a bit of a challenge. Gun, of course, now just on the offside there. As you can see, Short Boy quickly trying to get that res up in towards Plaza. Nerf me. Just sneaking in. Getting closer and closer. Willie and Con now forced to hold up that defensive line. Oh, Bounce just up ahead. Nerf, as you can see, already taking quite a bit of damage. Quickly trying to recover before pushing it back through the fight. Con now in the meanwhile taking the damage as Gun starts to move forward. Looking to apply the pressure. Oh, but up comes the shots once again. Short Boy now with a beautiful one as we saw that knock coming into Con. Oh, the hits are coming in one after the other. Gun are not going to be backing out of this fight just yet. 1 kill to their name already. They're going to be looking to claim several more. But NiBBLE also going to be holding on for dear life. As you can see, Willie now quickly trying to get that res in. Nerf, of course, getting ready to push up ahead. Taking a little bit of damage, but a beautiful shot coming in as Plaza wraps it up for Odyssey. Putting a quick end there to them. Beautiful finish, of course. Gun now sitting quite comfortable there with 4 kills to their name. Quite the bit of a change up in comparison to the first game. But now we have the players here from Influence, Rage, of course, also trying to pick off a few shots. But things are starting to heat up. So teams are starting to move into position once again. In fact, we see the players here from TheComfyCartel actually positioned up in towards that northwestern region, where things are looking pretty spicy, pretty tight. So we've got several teams, of course, in the vicinity. As you can see, the whole region here just being jam-packed. But this is where those rotations will be absolutely essential. The players, of course, also here from Ultra 6. So you can see them just a little bit further down. Trying to hold on that zone, of course, about to pop. And it moves all the way over towards the west. So Ultra 6 already safe within the zone. Blackjack, good call in the anticipation there. Of course, now Influence Rage also looking pretty decent. But as we look a little bit further down, we can see the teams there. It is looking pretty crazy. So we're going to see all those rotations now come in from that far eastern edge. Meanwhile, Shaft is going to be trying to put a quick few shots up towards Sully. Unknown, of course, now getting quite aggressive as they are pushing straight on in on towards Undisputed. But who will be able to wrap it up? Oh, there we go. NASA boy sending in some beautiful grenades. Just finding a fantastic opening. Not even finding and creating an opening into the side there of the players, of course, from Undisputed. Absolutely crazy play. But, of course, now still 13 teams remain. Everyone is still going to try and squeeze their butts back up in towards that zone. As we can see, that map is looking pretty tight. Not quite sure how 13 teams are all going to fit into this. But hey, I can tell you they are definitely going to be trying to get a decent position. Meanwhile, the zone, of course, so just reigning supreme there. Let's see Plaza going out. Players here from Ultra 6 about to receive a little bit of company. As we do have the players here from Gorilla Glue now coming in from that northern position. Oh, quick few sprays now coming through. But Zeke and Co, of course, now looking to get a little bit aggressive. But will they be able to find that opening? Gun, of course, now also having quite a bit of a challenge here. As Rogue is applying the pressure, sending up hit after hit, shot after shot in their direction. But Bound's not going to be backing out of this one just yet. Put up quite a bit of a spray. Finds enough damage, though. Would he be able to wrap it up all the way? Meanwhile, Gorilla still going at it as they push on in, trying to get the wrap on it to the players there from 4KT. See now, Zeke down below, getting ready to push. Gun, of course, now as we can see, reduced down to only 2 remaining players. Gorilla getting quite aggressive in their efforts. Oh, nice play there by Zeke. Finds a quick little bit of a spray right on through. Zeke now just quickly trying to reposition, trying to get back up into place. Of course, now Gun, they are getting contested. Oh, Unknown looking to push in from right behind Short Boy. As well as Bound's going to be looking to hold down the fort, but the hits are finding their way in. Oh, beautiful knock there from Short Boy, though. Oh, out come the flash. Coco falling off of a height. Oh. Gorilla Glue now just getting absolutely devoured. Of course, now Gorilla Glue not going to be backing out of this one just yet. Zeke getting knocked out. But of course, now it is up to J Roller to try and survive for the team. Gun just a little bit positioned further down towards the north, south. Sorry, well, directions not working out today. Gun is a little bit further down south. Meanwhile, oh, J Roller tries to blow up the vehicle, but Miyagi steps on in with a beautiful spray. Putting a very quick, abrupt end there to them. Influence also not going to be looking to find that angle on towards Gun. Gun, of course, now focusing their attention on the players from Unknown. Short Boy now trying to get the spray up ahead. We see Noxy and Co right there. Oh, quick nade finding its way on through. Yet another flashbang comes in, but Bounce sneaks up a quick shot off the off angle there. Short Boy now getting ready to move on in. Oh, would he be able to close it out? Almost so close, and they get the finish. The Drogons steal the last few kills, but of course now what a play that has been. Absolutely insane stuff. Players here from Influence Rage not backing out of the fights just yet. They are going to continue to push forward. Meanwhile, we still see the players now trying to pick up as many potential angles as they can. Blackjack, of course, positioned down towards the south. You can see them keeping a very watchful eye here on Young Thunder. Cheddar keeping a very watchful eye there on Adonis. But will Cheddar be able to get that final blow in? Adonis now just holding on for dear life. Oh, Sully and Co, of course, now just lighting up the kill feed. They're sending up head after head. Adonis now being forced to make a decision. Is he going to try and push up into zone, or is he going to try and just maybe give it up? The blue zone, of course, is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. He's not trying to out-heal it, and of course, unfortunately, does not succeed. Meanwhile, Influence are going to be looking to get aggressive as they look to find their way on in. We do have Sincerity also now applying the pressure onto the side of Gun as we see a quick hit coming in there from Respect onto Short Boy. It is now up to Respect and Rogue to try and close this one up. But of course, Influence is also now looking to crash the party. Oh, here we go, here we go. It is up to Rogue. Respect has been knocked down. Up comes the rush. Oh, come on, beautiful spray. One down. Oh, the hits coming in. No, down they go. Influence Rage putting an end there to Sincerity. Meanwhile, we still have Blackjack positioned off towards the zone, sitting all the way in that southern edge of the map. As we can see, of course, 4 teams remain. Gun now just trying to find their own little bit of cheeky approach. But we do see MG now, of course, still just not letting them escape this one. Bounds are going to be looking to play it all the way up in it towards the smoke. Oh, there we go. We can see the players from Blackjack down in the corner. But of course, Influence just up ahead. Bounds now going to be trying to potentially sneak in a quick few shots. But of course, just up ahead, we've got the players here from Blackjack just repositioning themselves throughout the southern edge of the zone. Bounds, of course, are getting claimed by the zone. Down he goes. Oh, MG getting knocked out in the process. Let's see if we can jump up onto the players here, of course, from Influence Rage. Hainsley going to be looking to find that angle. We have Zane down in the corner. Oh, quick, sneaky hit coming in there from the outsiders. They're also still in play, but of course now with the players here from Influence looking to push on in. We do see Sully also now closing that one out. The final 2 teams fighting it out for this winner chicken dinner. It is Blackjack up against Influence Rage. 4 squad for the side of Blackjack. 3 players in fact remain for the side of Influence. So Hainsley, Sully, and Saleh, the remaining hopefuls. Oh, Saleh taking a little bit of damage. Sully looking to hold on. So Influence Rage, of course, now just harking this northern edge, but they only got a few seconds remaining on the clock until they are forced to move in. Oh, Vile gets a quick hit. Here we go, Hainsley now trying to reposition. Let's see if he can get a good spot, but no, down he goes. It is now all up to Sully. Trying to get that revive in as well. Here we go, now they are back up to fighting numbers. Beautiful spray straight up in towards Vile. We still have MG, Cheddar, and Zane remaining. So it is a 2v3 fight. Oh, there we go, beautiful hit right up into Zane. MG and Cheddar are going to be looking to push on in, but it is now up to only MG, the last remaining hopeful player for the side of Blackjack, going up against Saleh. See MG positioned right up into zone, finds a beautiful spray, but Saleh finds the finishing hit, ending it right there for them. And of course, with that Influence Rage, take home the winner chicken dinner, finishing off pretty strong there on 11 kills. We got the players, of course, from Blackjack finishing up in second position on 8 kills. And of course, the outsiders over in third place with 3 kills. We've got Gun now moving into 4th position, securing themselves a fairly decent 9 kills. Sincerity also then up in 5th position with 1. TheComfyCartel over in 6th with 4 kills. We got Young Thunder over in towards 7th Ultra 6 coming into 8th position there with 3 kills. The players from Rogue finishing off over in 9th place, also with 3 kills. Then, of course, the Drogons in 10th position with 4 kills to their name. I almost said 10. Could you believe it? Other players there from Unknown over in 11th, as we can see, of course, finishing strong on 4 kills. Gorilla Glue finishing in 12th place on 5 kills. Players there from 4KT over in 13th position. Of course, UAE in 14th. We have the players from NiBBLE Odyssey over in 15th with 2 kills. And then, of course, the players from G3 being the first ones back into the lobby. So you can see there, it has been a pretty spicy game. But, of course, well, that is only the second match. So next up, of course, we're going to be moving into our third match of the day. We're going to be returning straight back in towards Miramar for that third match. So I'm curious to see whether or not we're going to have a repeat of this match, or could we potentially see another team stepping up into the foreground. But of course, if we look at it, Influence Rage, Blackjack, and the players there from the Outsiders finished really strong in this past match. So give me your thoughts, and of course, we'll see you guys right back after the break, so stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It is time to move into our third match of the evening here. Of course, as I mentioned before, we're heading straight back in towards Miramar. So we've already seen a pretty interesting finish coming into our first Miramar game of the day, of course, in which we saw the players there from Influence Rage finishing pretty damn strong, coming in on 11 kills, with Blackjack finishing up in that second position with, well, 8 kills to their name. And then, of course, the players from the Outsiders coming into that third place with 3 kills, but only a 3-man team. So a lot of threes there across the board for the Outsiders. But, of course, now as we move in to our second Miramar map, we're going to be looking to see what the teams will bring and if there will be any changes being brought to the foreground here as the teams get their second chance here, of course, today. But what's also going to be interesting is once we return back to Erangel after this Miramar match. So, well, without much further ado, we're going to be jumping straight up into the game to see what that flight path has in store for us and if there will be any similarities. Of course, now as you can see, we jump straight on in the flight path, starting over towards that Impala side. But instead of heading down towards prison, it heads up a little bit further towards the north, passing right through La Drelera and, of course, Monte Nuevo. So that is definitely a spot that Gun is going to be quite happy with. As we know, that is a position, especially on a Miramar, that they like to frequent. But again, with the zone being over in towards the southwestern side of the map, it is going to be quite challenging for the teams that like to drop a little bit further up in towards the north. But what's also going to be quite interesting to see is where this first initial zone is going to be forming. As we know, that determines quite a bit for the teams. One, how they're going to try and get those rotations in. Secondly, of course, if they do get their rotations in, when are they going to be looking to bringing in those rotations? Are they going to try and get that done ahead of the blue zone closure? Are they going to try and do that while the zone closes in? Or could we even see the teams try get into position before the zone even starts to move? So definitely quite a few things to be watching out for here. But as we can see already, quite a few teams dropping fairly close together. Unknown and NiBBLE once again over in towards Los Leones. A little bit of close proximity play coming in there between these two teams. But of course, we see 4KT also now heading over in towards Chumacera. TheComfyCartel just positioned off to the side there from them. Up in towards Picardo, we see the players there from Blackjack. We've got Young Thunder dropping out in the open. A very split drop there for them. But of course, the Outsiders, as well as the team from Gun, moving straight up in towards Monte Nuevo. So expecting to see a few early game engagements come through. And of course, there we have it. Short Boy already getting 2 knocks straight up into the side there of the Outsiders. And we see our zone taking nice form over on towards that western side. But now the Outsiders, they've been reduced only towards Paulin's. As you got Lied already back down and out. Sulkin also down for the count. Wick also just slowly bleeding out. But of course now Paulin's has quite a bit of pressure riding on their shoulders. Another interesting point to look at, of course, is also in towards Los Leones. Here we do have Unknown as well as NiBBLE. Oh, there we go. Bounce finding that finishing blow. But now it is up to Paulin's. Trying to put quite a bit of distance in between himself and the Slaughter coming in there from the Gun side. So it is going to be interesting to see, of course, whether or not Paulin's will be able to survive this. But in the meantime, we're going to be jumping up onto the side here of Unknown as we see them positioned towards Los Leones, making their way on through. And a lot of the teams are going to be going through the looting phase now, of course. Well, that is kind of expected. That is what we have in our first few minutes. But of course, 3 minutes, 30 seconds remain until we see that blue zone starting to close on in. And a few teams already fairly well positioned within the zone. As we have a look at the map there, we can see the spread of the colors all over the place, with only 5 teams not positioned within the zone itself. So up towards El Azhar, The most northern blue dots we can see there being the players from Influence Rage. As we continue down south over towards Impala, we see the players from UAE. Even further south, we've got the players from Sincerity. And then, of course, we see Los Leones. The pink dots there covering the green dots that we can't really see. But that, of course, is NiBBLE and the side there from Unknown. But Young Thunder and the Drogons, as well as Rogue, good setup in a more centralized position within the zone. Gorilla Glue, of course, as we can see, positioned up on towards that northeastern edge. But Unknown, now looking to make a bit of a play here. So we're waiting to see whether or not Unknown is going to try and get potentially a bit aggressive. I'm pretty sure they know that NiBBLE is alongside them. Pretty sure of that. So now we wait to see whether or not they're going to stick around, or will they rather try to get those rotations in and move elsewhere? Because they are so close to the zone, only 250 meters away. Speaking about rotations, we have the players here, of course, from Young Thunder now, looking to push on in. You can see them now just moving up into the compound. So let's see whether or not the teams, especially Young Thunder, good spot in the zone. Almost center zone. But they do have gun, as well as the Drogons in the vicinity. Drogons, of course, just a little bit further up on towards the north. Gun positioned over on towards the west, over in towards that Monte Nuevo position. So now, as we wait for the teams to start moving in, curious to see where they're going to choose to move into. A few interesting positions also now coming in towards that more northern region. So we can see up towards water treatment, the players there from Ultra 6, moving closer towards Gorilla Glue. Or Zeke might now be on the receiving end of a little bit of aggression. Of course, depending on whether or not he is spotted. But up comes Ultra 6. Oh, here we go. Zeke now stepping straight up with the action, putting the shots on through. I don't liking the roll coming in there as the players now from Ultra 6 just continue to move on out. But that was only the first one to make that quick pass. They do have Lynx, of course, not just right behind him. Watching, waiting patiently for that angle to find its way. Right, so here comes Zeke. Oh, trying to get a few shots up into Lynx, and he succeeds. Beautiful spray coming in there. Zeke now looking to move in, potentially closing it out. A very easy play. That's why you don't want to be too isolated from the rest of your team. Gorilla Glue, they do have a little bit of distance in between the players, but nothing too great, as you can see, of course, now. Zeke did receive a few in reinforcements, but of course quickly closing it out on towards Lynx. And as we look back on to a more centralized position in the zone, you do see the players here from the Drogons, of course, now just playing up in towards the power grid. They do have G3 positioned over in towards the northwest of their position, very close to them, just outside of that mini-map. And of course, we did see those grey dots coming in over towards the southwestern side. That is the players, of course, from Young Thunder. So with the zones sitting so far over towards the eastern side, it's going to be interesting to see where these teams are going to choose to rotate into. But it seems like Mr. Ghost over here is starting to venture out a little bit further. You can see him now just there north of Monte Nuevo. Kind of course, just a slight bit off into the distance here. So I don't know if the Drogons are getting a little bit risky. feeling a bit frisky. Or if they're just potentially maybe exploring the region. G3, of course. Also not too far away. And if they play their cards well, they could actually pick up a few angles here. Oh, but meanwhile, Blackjack sending the hit straight up in towards Young Thunder. Young Thunder, of course, as we can see just to the south here. Beautiful quick shot coming in there from Superior. Gets a knock, but gets knocked out almost instantly. We do have Adonis and Nico still alive. But unfortunately for Romeo and Superior, they are not close enough to provide much support just yet. They do have a few off angles covered. But it's going to be a pretty tough play for them nonetheless. Adonis now trying to get the spray up the hill on towards the side there of Blackjack. But if we look onto Blackjack, we can see them now just keeping a very watchful eye. Ooh, Gun Plaza getting taken out by Nerf. Not quite sure what was going on over there, but hey, a play is a play. Nico also now getting knocked on out. This is where we see Vile now getting quite aggressive as he rushes in right onto the doorstep here. Adonis quickly getting the res up into Nico, but using this opportunity to disengage. Put some distance in. But here we go now. Nico about to get rushed. Blackjack comes cruising in. Oh, beautiful play by Nico, though. Gets the knock onto Vile, but of course, Jenna steps up, puts in the knock, and down he goes. Fortunately for the side of Young Thunder, they did have that quick disengage, just rotating up into safety. Good call. Speaking about good calls, we have Unknown keeping a very watchful eye, but Riot gets hit straight in the head. The shot finds its way straight in towards him. TheComfyCartel looking quite comfy with that shot that they just put in. Right now, just waiting to see if his teammates are going to come to his rescue. Quite isolated, but meanwhile, we do have Lala. Still trying to find that angle. This could be a very quick end for Ryan, and of course, now Lala is going to try and see to that, of course, finding the hit, finding the confirm, and down he goes. The rest of the team there from Unknown, of course, now making their way up from that southeastern side. Quite a bit of distance for them to cover to make it up into zone successfully. But we also see that blue zone is closing in. We've got quite a big concentration of teams now centering up in towards the zone. But NiBBLE now also starting to move in as well. Oh, the shots coming in. Oh, we're not even seeing the shots. There we go. Lala now just firing away. You can see Vin, of course, now just holding on for dear life as TheComfyCartel are going to be looking to push in, get aggressive. But will they be able to get the hits, get the shots going? It's a very risky play coming in here from Vin, though, not gonna lie. I don't even know where the rest of the team is. A very isolated position. Oh, the rest of the team, they're moving up from the south. So it is going to be pretty tough one here. But this could also be a big brain play. I mean, if Vin is able to pull them from their hiding spots, it could be quite advantageous when the rest of the team does arrive. And of course, well, we see True getting taken right on down. Miyagi getting thirsted there as the players from Influence find quick few shots up in towards the north. Meanwhile, Cartel are going to be trying to put the shot straight up into NiBBLE as they find the first shot up into Willie. The rest of the team now rotating in from a more northern angle. So they're going to be trying to make the grand escape. But things are really starting to heat up all across the zone. Lala, of course, are still trying to pick off a quick few hits there. We have the players here from 4KT also now positioned just on the edge of Ladrillera. On Chumacero, sorry. And right up against them, we do see the team there, of course, from Sincerity. So still a few plays that could come from this. Team Unknown now on the opposite end. Oh, just trying to get away there from Cartel. But of course, we can see the kill feed lighting things up. Oh, Lala and Co just going absolutely ham. Noxy getting knocked right on down. It seems like Unknown is now down to only Spiky Boy. Still have NiBBLE down into the south. So Unknown caught in a very difficult position. 4KT, as we can see down in the bottom corner there, still going to be looking to push further through. Sincerity up ahead of them, but of course now we do see also Unknown taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, Spiky Boy just hugging the edge of the vehicle here. 4KT still trying relentlessly to send the grenades over in towards the side there of Sincerity. Oh, Zeus does find that one. Beautifully done. But now, will they find the closing hits? Oh, there we go. Spiky Boy goes down and 4KT continues to push on in. DROGON just up ahead. Rogue Baby, sorry. Will they be able to get those finishing blows going? Sin, of course, now looking to hold on. Pluto just up ahead there of Zeus. Storm gets a knock in though. Oh, down goes Zeus. Down goes Pronto as well. Storm now going to be looking to hold on. Would he be able to get those shots in though? Quick shot up on towards Rogue Baby. Pluto now just patiently holding on. You do see Koa just up ahead. Oh, out comes the hits. Quick exchange. Pluto finds quite a bit of damage. Will he be able to wrap this one up? A little bit of strafing coming in around the corner. Pluto just trying everything to get on through, but it doesn't pay off. Storm now coming in with a quick sneak shot off the edge here. Sincerity sitting on 2 players aside from Pluto. But let's see, will Storm be able to secure this victory? It is going to be quite the tall order. 1v2. As we do see Pluto now getting raised up. Respect, of course, quickly going in for that res. Griff now still jacking up a few grenades, trying to find Storm in the process. But fortunately, Storm has been able to just rotate around. Don't think Storm is going to be able to make it back to his teammates, though. Oh, there we go. Nice shot up into Griff. Beautiful hit, finding its way straight on in. Now, of course, we can see Respect down in the corner there. Is going to be looking to move in to get that res up towards Griff. However, in the meantime, Zeus does go down. It is now all up to Storm to make this final push for 4KT. Alright, so Storm getting closer and closer to them. Pluto up ahead. Oh, the spray comes through. Not finding the hits though. Respect in the meantime. Trying to find that position. Pluto, of course, now repositioning. So it is a 1v3 fight for 4KT. Zeus, sorry, Storm up against the 3-man team from Sincerity. It is Pluto, it is Griff, and it is Respect. Storm now trying to put a little bit of hurt up into the vehicle there. Oh, but a quick hit finds its way straight up into Storm, though. Oh, up comes the rush. Respect getting ready to move in. Griff also getting ready to move, but Pluto still keeping that off angle, as we can see up on that mini-map. So Storm now needs to be very calculated with the next following few moves, as one mistake would mean the end for 4KT in this match. You can see the map as well, the zone. A few teams positioned within the zone. Minute and 20 seconds remain on the clock. We got the players there from Rogues, of course, positioned a little bit further up on towards the north. We see the players from Gorilla Glue positioned up on towards that northwestern side. Gun now rotating in from the west, just leaving Monte Nuevo. If we look a little bit more into that centralized portion, we do have Young Thunder, G3, as well as Influence Rage. With the addition of NiBBLE, Blackjack, the Drogons, and of course UAE coming in from the southeastern side. So now we wait to see where the teams are going to come from, and of course how they're going to look to rotate up into the zone. As we do have the players here from Sincerity now making their push, coming in from the south. But the zone is going to get pretty uncomfortable pretty quickly. Sincerity now just trying to scout out the hill. 4KT just behind them. Pushing in just yet. Oh, nice ComfyCartel though. Right here on top of NiBBLE. As you can see now, ComfyCartel really quickly trying to get raised up. A Squeak is coming in for that rescue. But as you can see also right here on the edge. Oh, True taps a quick shot up into Vile. Blackjack now gets caught out in the open, but we do also have NiBBLE right here alongside them, as we do see Gon coming in with a beautiful spray with that M249. There we go, Nukes out in the open. Come on, True, show us your true skill. Nope, doesn't get it. Oh, here we go, that M249 though, just going absolutely crazy. Nala getting raised up. True now trying to provide that Overwatch angle. Ooh, MG out in the open. Beautiful hit from True. Finds a bit of damage. Not enough. That is, of course, now where those meds just paid off. Ooh, Con on the meantime getting knocked out and thirsted. Quite a bit of aggression coming in there from the side of the Blackjack team. So ComfyCartel going to be looking to hold on to this position. As you can see, that zone is now just getting cramped up as everyone's trying to squeeze on in. But ComfyCartel not in the most comfortable position. They have NiBBLE on the one side. And of course, they're the players from Blackjack position off over towards a more northern angle. Salala going to be trying to spot any movement. Squeak just on the rear end of the building. Broly also going to be looking to make a bit of a play. But we did see that zone shifting up once again. Now the teams are going to have to try and make those rotations. As you can see, the map, of course, now. The zone has shifted up on towards the northwest. So Gun, G3. Oh, Influence also in a really good position. But let's see if we can get into any of that action, as the zone is going to be absolutely crazy. So many teams, even Rogue right here, X-Runner trying to make a good play for this. But of course now with such a concentration of players position right here, it is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Oh, sneak attack from all directions. Players here from Influence also going to be looking to hold on. Index. Saleh now in the mix. Right there with G3. The zone is heating up from all directions. Saleh now getting flashed out there. Oh, Flacco getting ready to move. Trying to find that off angle, but does take a little bit of damage in the process as well. Or Influence, and of course G3 just fighting it out. So Influence on the bottom right. G3 on full screen. See Hainsley throwing out the utils. Flacco and Co now just holding on. They want to try and secure this position. Meanwhile, we do see the players there from Blackjack, of course, now finding quite a few hits up into the Drogons. Oh, Hensley finds that first one into Buden. All right, Flacco steps out, puts a quick shot in the direction there of Hensley. Hensley, however, trying to push and taking quite a bit of damage, but he's not backing out of it just yet. Oh, Hensley finds a beautiful jump shot onto Flacco. Absolutely insane stuff, and what a way for the players here from Influence to just dominate. Absolutely crazy play coming in right there. Of course, now we've got several more teams going to be looking to push up in it towards zone. So we did see on the map there. Players here from Influence now just going to try and get their numbers back up. Get their health bars rather back up. So they do have a good position within the zone. Sincerity not getting caught on the wrong end of these engagements, as we do see Griffin Respect now trying to make a bit of a play. Oh, up comes a bit of a rush here. Here we go. Good shot coming straight on in as Blackjack comes rushing up into zone. Griffin now trying to get the shots up in towards MG. But the players there from Gun just capitalizing on their position. Jumping at every and any opportunity that presents itself. Of course, now NiBBLE going to be looking to move on in. Get the res up onto Short Boy. The beautiful angle on the edge of zone. Quite a few engagements now starting to find its way in. You can hear Griff now just firing off in the background there, trying to get that spray into the side. Oh, but gets the knock into Vile. Just making it up in time. The Blackjack now trying everything to get up into zone. NiBBLE also finding a quick few shots straight in towards them. So Gun now focusing their efforts on it towards the players there from Blackjack, as you can see, as well as the side of Sincerity. So Blackjack getting caught in quite a bit of crossfire here. I am aware of the audio delay. There's nothing I can do to fix it now. I have tried, but my efforts haven't worked. So, yeah. I'll try and get it fixed. Not quite sure what's causing the delay, but we can see Griffin there firing out. Alright, so we've got Gun now just pushed up on the hill. You can see NiBBLE just tapping away as the players here from Sincerity are trying to make that rotate out. See, this one's impressive. There's no sound even on this one. But here we go now. NiBBLE going to try and find that angle. Oh, nice shot in from NiBBLE. He put the shot straight up in it to Griff. They beautifully played. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, NiBBLE tries to put the shot in, but Zeke just replies with a beautiful head. Now, of course, Short Boy Slim and Bounce going to be looking to move in and secure the position. The zone is looking pretty tiny at the current moment. As you can see, of course, the players all trying to secure a decent spot. Got Gun down in the south. Gorilla Glue's positioned over on towards that western side. Rogue up in the north. Oh, Outsiders. Ballins goes down as Influence finds the hits straight on towards them. So Gun sitting on a 3-man team. Bounds, of course, not just tapping away over towards the players here from Gorilla Glue. But we do see Influence now, of course, trying to rotate up on that eastern edge of the zone. So Sully right up in front. Gun now getting ready to try and move up. But here we go, Sully trying to secure this position. Gorilla Glue also just up ahead of them. But here we go, the Rusher coming in as we see Gun Trying to make that quick dash. Oh, down to go short boy. Come on, who's going to get the next bounce? Also rushing straight on through. There we go. Sully now trying to hold on, but Ainsley finds the hit. Oh, that M2. That Mark 14, though, just going absolutely crazy. So Gun, of course, now getting sent back down. Goes strip. Beautiful spray there from Ainsley. 3 teams left to fight it out. So Influence looking strong, but of course now they're not positioned within the zone. They still need to try and find that angle in. So trying everything they can to secure that spot. Rogue also now still positioned up into the north, as we can see there on the side of the map. Oh, but here we go. Ainsley now, and the rest of the players here from Influence not backing down. Continuing the efforts, trying to pick up the hits. Of course, now Zeke just up ahead. Meanwhile, we've got Rogue keeping an off-angle watch. So we've got Rogue down in the bottom. Trying to see if they can find that angle. Influence now up ahead. Beautiful spray coming in there from Hunter and Wonder. Oh, J Roller getting ahead. Of course, the players here from Influence are going to try and push in. Ainsley now just trying to get into position. Down goes Zuli as well. Vindex. Will he get into a good position? Of course, we can see Hunter there relentless in the efforts. Trying to get that spray going. Gorilla Glue still just holding on for dear life up ahead. Here we go, Zeke now. Oh, gets taken right on down. Absolutely crazy finish there for them. Of course, now Saleh, the last hopeful for the side here of Influence. Of course, quite a bit of a run. Hunter finds the spray and down he goes. What a way to finish it off. Beautifully done. The Rogue coming in with a really, really strong finish there. Not the craziest amount of kills, but man, they played the zone absolutely beautifully. Rogue Gods securing chicken dinner and 4 kills. Players there from Influence Rage finishing up in 2nd position. As you can see, 15 kills too. They name absolutely insane. Also, the players there from Gorilla Glue finishing strong in 3rd position. 5 kills. Gun holding their own in that 4th position. 8 kills. Pretty impressive stuff. Outsiders finishing all the way in 5th position. No kills, unfortunately. Sincerity coming into 6th there, as we can see, of course, on 5 kills as well. Blackjack finishing in 7th. Also finishing strong on what seems to be 10 kills. We've got Young Thunder over in 8th place there with 0 kills. We've got the Drogons over in 9th place. We've got NiBBLE Odyssey securing 4 kills in 10th place. UAE over in 11th with 1 kill. 4KT over in 12th place with 2 kills. And of course, G3 in 13th place, 1 kill to their name. ComfyCartel over in 14th with 5 kills. Got the players from Unknown over in 15th position. And then, of course, the players from Ultra 6 getting sent back to the lobby as the first team. So pretty tough match we've had here for the teams. But of course, we are not done just yet. We are heading back to the home ground, heading straight up in it towards Erangel. So be sure to stay tuned, and we'll be right back with the action in a short few minutes. See you after the break. What's up, guys? Liam, you just, yeah, I don't know. It's always funny reading the chat and seeing what you guys are saying, but yeah, it's gonna be quite exciting to see when we get into this next match. Of course, we are heading straight back up in towards Erangel for our final match of the day to see what the teams will bring in. Well, so far, it seems like we've got enough people in the lobby to kick it off to get the party underway. So aside from Liam being a bit weird in chat, let me know what you guys think our final Erangel match will bring. Who do you think is going to be the one to reign supreme, bringing home that winner chicken dinner? Of course, this is our first day match 4 of the season 9 for the PUBG Mobile Pro Series, brought to you by Mettlestate. So, of course, we've seen quite a bit of action already as the teams have been bringing quite a bit of gameplay. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed and quite satisfied with the performances we've been having so far with the teams. I don't know about you guys watching, but for me, this has been quite an entertaining day, aside from my mind being blown slightly with all the different views and stuff. But either way, it is working quite well. I gotta say, Gorilla Glue, the players there from Influence Rage, as well as the Rogue gaming team, the Rogue Gods, finishing up strong in this last match. The one before that, of course, we had Influence Rage once again. So this was their second match, top 3. We have Blackjack coming in on that second position, and the Outsiders, of course, finishing up in 3rd place. And then if we look all the way back to our first match, we had the players there from Unknown coming in with that winner chicken dinner. Absolutely insane, though. 14 kills. As well as then the players there from the Rogue Gods, again in the top 3. So, well, as we now move into our final match, this is where we look to see what the teams are going to bring in our final showing here for the day. Of course, as you can see, it is on Erangel. We do have our flight path coming in there from Primorsk, heading all the way up in towards Stolba. So a very decent flight path to start the day off. Or the last match. Start the day. Yes. To start the match. The final match of the day. But now we look to see what the teams are going to do with this. And of course, where they're going to be rotating to. Now there should be a little bit less of an echo coming in. But either way, here we are. Looking to see where the teams are going to be dropping down and who's going to be giving us some spicy action. Ooh, already right out the gate. That Sosnovka Island position looks like it could be a little bit on the contested side. As we got Ultra 6, Young Thunder, as well as Unknown, heading straight on into that military base. Liam, you want to move this to Twitch? Well, first thing, you got to subscribe to my Twitch then. But either way, yeah, we wait to see what the teams are going to be bringing in. And of course, also to see where that first initial zone is going to be forming. Here's Naya looking pretty hot once again. We see NiBBLE moving in. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen down in the south. Also, like what that zone's going to do. Is it going to go south again? Like we had in our first Erangel? Ooh. Okay. Alright. We got a little bit more of a centralized zone coming into the mix here. Assuming quite a few teams would be quite satisfied with the zone. So a few interesting points that we can see here. Down in the south, of course, as I've mentioned, we got 3 teams right there. Then over in towards Rozhok, we got the Outsiders as well as UAE dropping in pretty close proximity. Gun, of course, going straight back into Quarry. Seeing that they've got access to that region. We're going to be looking to see what the teams are going to bring. So first up, let's jump up into Rozhok. We got the players here from UAE, of course, now. Just holding strong. This is Tiny. Azar, Ace, and Tazi. 2K. To the Outsiders. Positioned over towards that western side. Even potentially the northwest. They're going to be careful with this engagement, as we do see the players from the Drogons over towards school. So it's not too far away, so there's still that potential that we could see the fights breaking out. But of course, 16 teams in the mix. Ooh, we got a little bit of bravery coming in here from Riot as he's going up against the squad here from Young Thunder. They find the shots in though. Ah, he was running for quite a bit there. No weapons in his hand. Just trying to make something happen. So now we wait to see, of course, what the teams are going to bring and whether or not they're going to start getting aggressive in the early game or wait for the second phase, as we still have 3 minutes left on the clock. So, of course, quite a bit of opportunity here for the teams to reposition themselves. All right, so here we go. Of course, you can see the outsiders again on a 3-man team. So let's see whether or not the outsiders will get into any action. Looking at the zone. Ooh. I thought we could have something up into shooting range. Turns out it is just shooting range itself. With Sully being there. So we got Blackjack, as we can see, of course, positioned over in towards Pachinki. TheComfyCartel. Just spread out. Almost like butter. Of course, Rogues down over in towards Primorsk. Gun, as I mentioned before, over in towards Quarry. Gorilla Glue now coming in from that western side. 4KT up in towards South George. Sincerity. Spread out between North George and Zaki. This is definitely going to be an interesting zone once the teams kind of commit to a particular rotation. You can see also down in the south here, we've got a Young Thunder and Ultra 6. And what's left of Unknown all the way over in towards the Nova Crate. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the teams are going to bring. Yeah, nothing happening up in Rozhok though. Outsiders. Still just holding on. Not rotating too far away just yet. We've got the players here from Unknown, of course, also just going about their business. Having a little bit of fun all the way down over in towards the Nova Crates. Ooh, there we go though. Unknown actually getting a knock in towards them. How was that even? Oh, it was the outsiders. Never mind me. Let's jump straight back into the outsiders, of course. We got Mr. Hex now getting knocked out. Lied is now pushing up. Soulskin also. Soulkin are going to be looking to move up and bring in a little bit of that reinforcement. The shots, of course, coming through from the UAE side. Liam, whatever you're on today, please hit me up in my DMs and let me know what that is while we wait to see what the outsiders are going to bring here. UAE, of course, now looking to move on in. Sulkin just holding on. Ace making a quick dash off on the side. You see Ace now just down below cooking up that nade. Oh, out comes the hits though. And the audio delay follows right on cue. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We can call this future sight. It's not an audio delay, it's future sight. It's you seeing the action before you hear it. It's just so far away. That's the thing. So I hear what helps with audio delay is if you move the device closer to your face. Then your ears are a little bit closer. Because remember, light travels faster than sound. So it makes 100% sense. Sulka now trying to cook up that nade, but Ace continuing with the spray. But a nice wraparound approach that we see coming in there. So the outsiders are completely pinned down. A little bit hesitant to move. But let's see now. The players here from UAE coming in with the interesting strat. Starting to wrap around. Ooh, Ultra 6 finding a shot up into Superior. There we go. That is what we want. But we also have the players from TheComfyCartel starting to move closer towards Pachinki. You can see the map there. Pachinki is starting to heat up. G3 also getting closer to the players there from NiBBLE Odyssey. With the addition of Influence Rage actually moving into the northern side here of where we see UAE and the outsiders. So quite a few interesting spots can come from this. But will we have the action? Mojo finds that shot up into Superior. Down he goes. It's Kuza wraps it up. Right, so Light already going down. It is now up to Sulkin and Hex to hold on. Ooh, Buden finds the hit up into Odyssey. Oh, beautiful spray coming in from Ace there. Wait for it. I have to make the sounds myself now, seeing that the delay is a little bit whack. Not quite sure what's up with the audio delay, but hey, whichever, whatever. Let's jump back onto the outsiders as they are now getting circled. As we do see the players here, of course, from Influence Rage now looking to crash the party. Hex now trying to hold on. Looking to see if he can get that res into Light. Oh, but down goes Azar. Just hear the shots coming in outside. The outsiders trying to not go outside. Ooh, but Hex finds a quick shot. Down he goes, though. Light, of course, getting res up. Now gonna have to raise up Hex, who just raised him up. So this is quite the risky possession. Light now getting the raise up onto Hex. Oh, and down he goes. Oh, down goes Hex even. Almost, not yet. He got a beautiful knock though. Put the hurt straight up into Sully, but of course up comes Mr. Ace here for UAE off the back end. Now it is Influence Rage up against the UAE, getting ready for a bit of a fight. Look at NiBBLE also taking a little bit of damage. As we can see down in the little screen there. Quite a bit of carnage now getting caused here by the players. Oh, Willie getting blown up in the process. We saw in the kill feed. Now it's up to Con and Vin to try and hold on for dear life. Influence Rage still sitting on a full squad. But here we go. NiBBLE now getting closer and closer. We see those shots, of course. Blackjack just up ahead. So there is some potential for heads to find their way on in. Two-man team for the side of NiBBLE. See that zone also now shifting up once again, heading over on towards that western side. So a few teams already pretty well secured within that zone. As you can see that zone shift all the way off to the side. But now we look to see what the teams are going to be doing. Things, of course, looking pretty tough here for the NiBBLE side. They're looking to find those angles on towards Blackjack, but Blackjack is going to be looking to push in on their own as well. Well, I make no sense. English, please. Here we go. Oh! Down goes Vinny. It is now up to Con to try and hold on. Oh, but the hits are coming in. Will he be able to get it done, though? Let's see now. Oh, this one's going to find their way on in. Oh, it's going to be pretty tough for Con. The shot you hear in the background, of course, is the sign here of Influence. Slowly tapping away. Trying to secure themselves a decent position. But of course, now quite a bit of a fight breaking out just up ahead. Saleh and Co now trying to get up into the business there. Sully trying to take aim. We got Con still just running for his tier life. Cartel finding a quick few shots up into G3. Oh, can see Con taking hits. Oh, no! Down he goes. DED, down and out. Influence, of course, now looking to get a little bit aggressive. Trying to close the gap onto the players there from UAE. Oh, beautiful spray up into Tiny. Ainsley coming in with the work, though. I don't think they're completely wiped just yet. Oh, yes, they are. Well done. Influence Rage now sitting on a very comfortable 6 kills. Well, absolutely for stellar performance we have right there. But of course, now as we're going to be moving on, we jump over towards the players here from Ultra 6. You can see them positioned all the way down towards that western bridge. Right up ahead of them, we do have the players there from Rogue as well. Alright, so let's see. Ultra 6. It's holding on for dear life up in the far south here. So you can see, of course, that zone. Looking quite interesting. Team's fairly well spread out all over the place, though. But who's going to be the team to step up and get aggressive? So waiting to see that zone closure, of course. Blue zone is making its way on in. But will we have any crazy rotations come through from this? Unknown, of course, we can see here. Just positioned out in the fields. Trying to take a few shots. As NASA boy comes in a few hits. Got G3, of course, not just positioned up on the hill there. Waiting to see where the action is going to be coming from. But of course, now, once again, the tension is starting to build. Teams don't want to put themselves in a vulnerable position. Want to play it as safe as they can. 12 teams still remain. So Unknown taking a little bit of damage in the process. We do see the players here, of course, from Rogue. Just exploring the region a little bit further down towards the south. They've spotted the movement onto the players. They're from Ultra 6. So let's see whether or not Wonder and Co going to get a little bit aggressive. This, of course, the main view you can see here, Unknown, positioned just below that potato hill. Now we look to see what the rest of the zone is going to be bringing. As you can see, things are heading up, down, in towards the south. The blue zone is closing in so slowly. So 12 teams still remain. This is going to be crazy. 45 players. Oh, yes, there we go. Zone pops all the way down into the south now. So this is where Unknown could potentially try and strengthen the position they're already in. As you can see, they already have that angle within the zone. So no need for them really to rotate in any direction just yet. Meanwhile, Young Thunder still just holding on to that southern position. So we have those rotations now coming in there from G3 as they're moving a little bit further down. Still waiting to see who's going to be stepping up. Plays here from Rogue, of course, just up ahead. Ooh, got a few shots now happening up in towards the north onto the side of Sincerity. But here we go now. Wonder pushing in. Oh, nice. G3 just up ahead of them. We got Bougie. Come, Bougie. Right there alongside G3. I don't know. I'm not quite sure if G3 knew the predicament that they've just rotated up into. As you can see, of course, it is G3, Ultra 6, and the players here from the Rogue Gods. Up comes Flacco, makes a quick rotation, but of course, Bougie comes in with a spray. Will he be able to get it, though? Oh, nice. Oh, beautiful spray, but it is not enough. Not finding enough damage just yet. Meanwhile, Bougie is taking quite a bit of damage in turn. Harm's way. Going to be looking to put the players there from Ultra 6 in harm's way. We got Mojo, of course, just up ahead there. Oh, nice spray. Wait for the sound. There we go. I don't know what's up with the delay. But yeah. I can almost time it perfectly now. Ooh, we got a few more hits coming in a more centralized portion of that zone. Meanwhile, Harm's Way is still keeping a very, very watchful eye there. Let's see if we can put a little bit more action on the screen. Alright, so we do see the players there from Sincerity, of course, now still fighting it out down in the bottom. The players from Influence Rage looking to get a little bit aggressive onto their position. Meanwhile, we do see quite a bit of an engagement now coming through onto the Blackjack side here with the players from Gun. We got Nerf now, looking to make a bit of a play. Oh, the hits are flying in towards him. Wait for the sound. There we go. Those are the hits. This vehicle getting lit up as well. As you can see it getting pretty smoky now. Down to go Short Boy as well. Nerf, the only remaining player for the side of Gun, taking quite a bit of damage. Down he goes. Wait for the explosion. There goes the explosion. Beautiful reactions coming in there from Blackjack. But of course now G3 not too far away either. We see Respect and the rest of the players here from Sincerity feeling the pressure. As Influence are starting to move on in, looking to potentially wrap this one up. But it's all now riding on to Rogue Baby. You can see now, of course, down in the bottom, they're just hiding in the bushes. Trying to set up a bit of an ambush. Meanwhile, the rest of the G3 team taking quite a bit of a beating here. It is now up to only Rogue Baby still, though, for the side of Sincerity. Trying to make that play, trying to hold on for dear life. So Rogue Baby just trying to stay put. Not trying to give up that position just yet. Well, we've got our zone as well. As you can see, it's getting smaller and smaller. G3 now making those rotations. Trying to squeeze into the zone. But will they be able to find a good position? Rogue Baby still just holding on. Not looking to move just yet. Trying to stay down for as long as possible. Completely undetected. Rogue Baby, of course, now playing a hide-and-go-seek here. But here we go. The rest of the teams now, the rest of the players rather, from Influence disengaging from that position. G3, however, taking a little bit of a fight there. 4KT finding some beautiful sprays right up in towards them. So here we go. Storm now getting aggressive as he rushes right on up to the side here of G3. Oh, out comes the hits, out comes the spray. Will Storm be able to hold on? G3 still sitting on a full squad. Eden just getting raised up. Took a G3 now down in the corner. Young Thunder coming in behind them. 4K Tina taking a little bit of damage in the process. Oh, come on, come on. So Storm now completely isolated from the rest of the team. G3 still just looking to hold on. Sitting on 6 kills. 4KT don't have any to their name just yet. But of course now here we go. G3 getting right up into the action once again, as we do see the rotation coming in there from Ultra 6. You can see Buden keeping a very watchful eye there on Miyagi. But Young Thunder also now getting ready to move on in as we jump straight up towards them. Buden, of course, now pushing up quite aggressively, as we can see down in the corner. Sneaking in right behind them. Oh, there we go. Mojo coming in with a bit of a spray. Buden now trying to find his own bit of a spray there with a DP28. Oh, quite a few shots now erupt, and absolute chaos ascends down onto the zone. Buden now taking quite a bit of damage. Young Thunder trying to sneak in on the third party there, but Gunner finds the finishing blows onto the players, of course. Beautifully done. Buden goes down. It is now up to 6. Trying to get that spray. Puts quite a bit of that into the players from 4KT. As we now jump straight up into the action, you can see 6 guard and Flacco not just trying to hold on for dear life. Oh, down goes 6. Flacco now looking to push on in, but of course Romeo also getting taken out. Young Thunder now reduced down to only 2 players. Flacco not out of the woods just yet. 11 kills for G3. Absolutely insane stuff. Of course, we can see Young Thunder down in the bottom there. Just trying to secure themselves a good position up in towards that zone. The map is looking absolutely tiny, as you can kind of see. Zone is shifted back up in it to the north once again. But Flacco now playing hide and seek. Hoping to secure a decent position. Gorilla Glue position up in the zone, as we can see, of course, over on that western side. But Flacco, oh, this is going to be an absolutely tough one to get out of. Players here from 4KT, of course, now looking to get quite aggressive, as we do have Bronto rotating up in towards zone. Zeus now also coming in with that rotation. Storm also getting ready to move in, abandoning the vehicle. But we can see the players there from Gorilla Glue moving closer to the edge of that zone. Drogon's also now just positioned up ahead. Gatekeeping a little bit on the edge of that zone. Coco and team now keeping a watchful eye there on G3 all the way across the zone. Around the G3 Blackjack. Here we go. Rilla now trying to come in. Bougie with the spray though, but gets knocked right on down. Wonder now going to be looking to make a bit of a play here. Hunter also just on the back end. Things are definitely starting to heat up, as you can see, of course. J Roller down in the bottom corner there, keeping a very watchful eye up ahead. Let's see if we can jump a little bit closer. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on. 4KT. Still looking to find that entry point. Rogue just up ahead. Quite a few shots now finding their way right across this map, as everyone is looking to get aggressive, looking to get into these fights. But of course, now with that zone having shifted up once again, it is going to be quite the challenge. Oh, let's see, will Zeus be able to get anything done? Oh, nice. Gorilla Glue taking quite a few hits in the process here. J Roller getting knocked out. Gorilla Glue still trying to find that opening onto the side here of 4KT. Zeus and Ko now just looking really, really strong. But of course, a quick shot coming into Zeus. You can see Coco down in the bottom corner. They're just tapping away. Oh, nice. Beautiful sprays. But of course, we see Blackjack in the kill feed as well, lighting it up. Here we go now. Gorilla Glue trying to apply the pressure. But will they succeed? 4KT scattered throughout behind this ridge. Oh, look at the sprays. Look at their hits. Not quite sure what Zeus is getting up to, but he's hiding over there. Oh, down goes Coco. Zeke now trying to hold on for dear life as well, but Storm comes up from the ridgeline. Beautiful quick reaction though. Oh, Zeus is AFK. Trip right up ahead. Let's see if we can jump onto Trip in time. Just holding on. Zeus now looking to make a bit of a play here as well. But here we go. Here we go. Up comes Trip. Getting ready to move in. Is he going to be able to find it though? Come on. Come on. He's so close. 8 teams remain in this absolutely tiny zone. Come on. Who's going to get it? 4KT. Gorilla Glue. Back and forth. Back and forth. Come on, Trip. Both teams just holding on to this position. Meanwhile, Influence and Blackjack are fighting it out. Button's not working out. Come on, come on. So Blackjack finding it out in the bottom corner. Meanwhile, we do see the players here from Gorilla Glue now trying to get aggressive onto 4KT still. As we do now see Koa looking to hold on. Blackjack squeezing up into zone. Will 4KT be able to bounce back from this one? He did get Zeus rest up, and of course now Storm is about to get rest up as well. But here we go. Cheddar steps up, tries to put the shots in towards Coco. Nico rather, but Nico says no, puts the hit straight on in return. Koa now still trying to find the angle on towards Trip. Comes in with a bit of a spray, finds the one, finds the second. What a play that was from Koa. Absolutely insane. Meanwhile, Blackjack also getting quite aggressive on the edge of the zone. You can see Young Thunder just up ahead of them. 4KT still holding on. 3 players remain. Zeke also now still alive here for Gorilla Glue. Rogue down to Hunter. Blackjack on a 2-man team. It is Zane and Cheddar, but 12 kills to their name as well. What is going on in this final match? I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but this is just insane. Zane, of course, down in the corner, going to be looking to push up as well. Let's try and make that full screen. Here we go. Zane looking to get a little bit aggressive. Hunter down in the grass. Everybody just proning it out now. 5 teams remain. 9 players still alive. Who is going to be able to clutch this match out? You can hear several shots up ahead. Up comes Young Thunder. Gets a head up into Cheddar. Oh, now it's up to Zane to make the final stand. Oh, nicely done. Koa finds the hit and down goes Blackjack. Of course, now Hunter going to be looking to push on in as well. We've got a Hunter on both screens now. Let's jump up to Adonis. So Adonis on full screen. Oh, down he goes. Absolutely brutal finish. What a way to end it all. 4KT coming in with a beautiful clutch right there. 9 kills. Absolutely fantastic. Young Thunder finishing strong as well. Over in that second position on 4 kills. We've got the players there from Rogue coming into 3rd place with 3 kills. And Blackjack finishing up in 4th. But, well, they finished off pretty strong. 12 kills to their name. Gorilla Glue with 2 kills over in 5th position. Of course, the Drogons finishing up in 6th place there, as we can see, on 3 kills. The players from Influence Rage coming in with a pretty strong finish as well. 10 kills to their name. G3 coming in also with the... That's 11 kills. Well done. Unknown coming in with 1 kill over in 9th place. Sincerity finishing off in 10th place. The players there from Ultra 6 in 11th with 1. Good Gun in 12th place. The players there from UAE finishing in 13th with 1 kill. NiBBLE Odyssey finishing in 14th place. TheComfyCartel over in 15th place. And of course, the Outsiders, the first team back into the lobby. So there we go. There we have it. Absolutely insane day that we've had. I mean, some pretty impressive kill counts to close up this final match. This was crazy. But I gotta say, though, if this is what the season is gonna be like, I am so excited to see what the remaining days are gonna bring. But of course, be sure to join us back again next week, Tuesday, as we get back into our second week of the Season 9 for Pro Series. So absolute exciting action that lays ahead for us here. But I don't know about you guys. I had a great bit of fun here today. We'll see if we can bring in a co-host. I did bring in a few co-hosts last season. So I'm testing people out, giving everyone a shot. So let's see. If you want, hit me up on Discord. Yeah, hit me up on Discord. Just send me a message. Let me know. So, because I saw the Grim said he might be interested. So, Grim, let me know. And whoever else. Yeah, if you can, if you feel you want to try this out. I mean, I do all the work. You just sit and talk. So, yeah, it's easy. But either way, guys, it's going to be a wrap for us here tonight. Well done, though. Well done. I got to give it, though, to 4KT, bringing in a really, really impressive winner-winner chicken dinner in this last match. Our first match of the day, of course, went to the players there from Unknown. Well done for that. That was a beautiful chicken. Moving on to our first Miramar, we did see the players here from Influence Rage bringing in a chicken. And then, of course, for our third match, we had the players there from DROGON. So absolutely stellar stuff. And it's good coming in with the teams here. It makes for a very exciting broadcast. So shout out to all the teams. You guys are legends. But, of course, hopefully we see even crazy action when we join back again next week. So be sure to see us then. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button down below. Please do so. It's over there somewhere. Hit that. You'll stay up to date with all the broadcasts happening on this channel. But of course, we'll see you guys back again next week. So stay safe. See you later.